So we're live now.
Yep, we are live.
Hello, Bryan.
Hello, Robby. This is a special occasion today, isn't it?
It is. This is the first time we've streamed together, I think.
Yeah.
Look at this Ken Evo right here.
The first time we've had two people streaming in a long time, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, I can't remember last time we did that.
So,
what did we just do?
well, if we're together, there's usually a pretty good reason for that. That means we just went to film an episode.
Yes, we did.
And I don't think it's much of a secret, at least on Instagram.
Oh, you guys have been posting?
Well, I posted some. I think Andrew posted some, and I know Thomas did.
Oh,
so.
okay.
So yeah, we went to Avalanche Pass, or
Avalanche Lake.
Yeah.
Holden Lake.
There's actually an Avalanche Lake in Colorado.
Yeah.
And when I first looked it up, I was like, they want us to go to Colorado? Are you kidding me? But no, it's the one in the Adirondacks.
Yeah, so this is the one that has the bridge going on the side of a lake.
Right.
And you walk across. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. And let's say hi to some people. We got Jason Bourgeois.
Hello, Jason.
Just wouldn't be a live stream without him. We got Pat Sterone one. Jonathan Mulberry, Aaron Jones. A lot of familiar names here. We got Matt Moore, Marie Fisher.
Okay, we gotta ask a question. Marie Fisher, are you either at karaoke or a concert right now? Because if you're not, I'm gonna demand that you go to karaoke or a concert. Because that is expected of you now.
Yeah, Robby told us that he recently met up with you. Oh, she's on the speaker, I think. He recently met up with you in Minnesota.
Minnesota, yep.
Minnesota, okay.
It's good times.
Yeah. We got Dennis Yo. Dennis Yo.
Yo. That's
Yes.
what I've always been saying.
Okay. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. It's kind of, I'm actually impressed that we've been pretty consistent on streams lately.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's really not that hard to do.
Plus it's a lot of fun too.
Oh, so we got big news. I mean, we haven't officially announced it,
but I think we can tell them.
I think we can tell them, yeah. So
yes, James Elder, if you're on the stream, I'm not sure if you are, but I kept telling him to nag us in our comments every time we made a post about merch.
Anytime we made any post, you told him to just say, when is the new merch coming?
Yeah.
Or just the merch period, because we've never actually had any merch before.
Exactly.
But we can officially say we're doing it. We're going to use Teespring, which will have a little tray under every video where you can order shirts. We're going to have hopefully 5 designs. 1 main design, and then 4 designs that will be unique to like each character. Mm-hmm. So like some mushrooms, there's hammock. Yeah, and the vigilant Patreon will be able to go back through all of our old Patreon posts and find the stream where we showed the designs, which was probably way too long ago. Dude, that was probably like a year ago now. Yeah.
But we do have kind of like a preliminary setup. And like Robby said, we're using Teespring because it integrates with YouTube, so it seemed like the best choice. We just had, like, at our post-hike meal, actually. Yeah. Well, post-hike meal number 2. Right. We talked about the T-shirts. We're like, it's happening. We're doing it. People can finally order a T-shirt. Wear it. We gotta order samples. We've been making an announcement video, and then it should be doable. You better believe there's going to be some ridiculous video that goes with it. Yes, we will. We will not. Oh, I forgot to wear my Greedo shirt for the stream. We're not selling Greedo shirts, but we did pick up some Greedo shirts. Or your friend picked up Greedo shirts for us.
I mean, I'm sure you've seen it by now. Yeah, but so welcome Thomas and Joshua and Noel and Mensika Majanisi. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Oh, Finland. Finland, wow. Nice. What time is it in Finland? It's probably 2 in the morning. 2 in the morning. Wow. Yeah. We got some night owls. Night owls, indeed. Yeah. Yeah. So you know what Andrew should do sometime. Melissa Poole, welcome. Melissa Poole, hello. Andrew should do a stream at 2 in the morning, because that's like 2 in the morning for Andrew's like 7 p.m. for normal people. Just like the day in the life of a man at 2 in the morning. Oh wow, 3 a.m. Yeah, oh, 3 a.m. Oh, we got 20 people. Is that always? Do we always have 20 people on a Patreon stream? I feel like that's pretty good. It kind of hovers around like 15 to 20, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah. Does it ship international? It probably does.
We can check that right now.
Teespring is it's really easy how it works. We don't have to do any of the fulfillment. We just upload our design, pick the type of T-shirt, the colors, all that stuff, and then you guys order it directly through the site. And from what we can tell, you order it and then it'll ship like within 2 weeks. So it's not like going to be Amazon level of fast shipping. Click that.
So yes, you can do international.
Ooh, it's a little costly.
The shipping, international shipping is costly.
It's $12.50 for the first item, and $4 for each additional.
Yeah, so I don't know what like typical international shipping costs are.
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, like Amazon has kind of like spoiled everyone because now you can I can order a game from Japan, and it's free shipping.
Yeah,
and sometimes it's like it arrives within a week. So. But hopefully that's not too.
Yeah, we want to be able to provide these T-shirts to as many people as possible, but it's just to find a good, creator or what am I looking at?
Merchant that will sell them for us.
A merchant that will be able to sell them, around the world. It's tough, and like we said, we went with Teespring because it provides, the widest coverage, and it provides integration with YouTube, and I think it'll be the easiest to like do some cool stuff with like new designs and things like that.
Well, the good thing about Teespring is that it can free us up to work on the videos because we're not T-shirt makers.
Yeah.
Like we've thought when we were first trying to do it, we're like, well, we got to figure out how to actually do fulfillment. And I was like, none of us have the time or the energy or the ability to actually do the shipping. So
I mean, considering how long it took us to just even get this whole thing going. Like, you wouldn't want us to be actually handling shipping things out. No, that would be a nightmare. Can we talk about the designs?
Welcome, Corey. I think those are not too many people.
We can.
Yeah, see if you can pull those up.
I can pull up some designs that we have so far.
Just pull up the main one.
Okay. Let me switch these windows around a little bit here. My cat is.
Cat's living on the edge. If she fell down from that,
I know she would get hurt.
Okay, I was gonna ask, would she get hurt? Or cat's really good.
All right, so let's see. Disney would be on you faster than Thomas on the Trail if he sold Rito shirts. That would be true.
Can you pull them up?
Yeah.
Although we should do some sort of like Greedo inspired one. Like it doesn't have to show Greedo, but somehow allude to the Greedo-ness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Give me 1 second while I get this set up there. Alrighty. So we'll go ahead and show you some of the designs we have already.
Why is that not displaying properly?
Oh, that's because it's a clear background, I believe. Or
there you go.
Oh, okay, there we go. Wait. Oh, I must have two.
No.
Oh, yeah, because it's on a clear background. Okay, well,
that's okay. Just they can imagine it.
Yeah.
This one's good. So this is Andrew's.
So this is Andrew's design, and there's actually the words Adventure Archives underneath it. But we tried to come up. So we have one design that was like the group, and then we wanted to have.
So pull that one up.
Yeah, and we wanted to have 4 more individual designs. That kind of, captured something about each person.
Yeah. So this obviously it'd be black, so that white part you can see the silhouette.
Yeah, right under here there would be the logo
there.
Adventure Archives. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but yeah, you can kind of see how it goes. And then we've got. So we showed Andrew's, and then this one's mine. And again, you can see part of it's cut off though. But I figured I'd capture kind of like that hammock feel. Like I want, well, obviously
there's a hammock, and that's how you get the hammock feel.
But I wanted to like kind of not just like show like a picture of a hammock, but like really kind of capture that relaxed feeling you get when you're in a hammock. So I got the sunset. And I thought I kind of went with this.
You can almost hear the the song from Red River Gorge, the Nujabian Prince.
Hey, yeah.
Where we're sitting at that golden campsite.
Yeah.
That's the wrong song, but you know what I'm talking about.
Anyway.
Hashtag hammock feel.
Yeah.
That sounds like a naughty thing. I went for a hammock feel.
So yeah, that's a little small preview of a couple of the designs that we've got so far.
Welcome, Jared, and we look forward to actually getting the shirts ready.
Yeah, definitely, and I'm actually excited to actually have some. And Teespring actually offers phone cases, and if they're not bad, like that.
Oh right, cool. Yeah, we should. Yeah. We haven't gotten any samples of any of the stuff yet, so no promises on that stuff because we want to make sure that whatever it is actually good.
Mm-hmm.
But lots of people use Teespring, so it has to be at least decent. And they have not just the regular cotton shirt, but they also have like a tri-blend shirt that's a little bit nicer quality. So we'll offer both of those.
Yeah, Dennis, they offer multiple kinds of T-shirts. So I think we've talked about it, but we'll definitely provide like a T-shirt that's more like for outdoorsy activity.
Yeah, like I don't know if they have like the dry fit kind specifically, but the tri-blend one I think is polyester, cotton, and rayon or nylon. One of those. So it's just like those typical kind of nice stretchy shirts.
Oh, Jared Sutherland says he has a couple.
Okay, good. I've never ordered any from Teespring. I remember when they first came out, like when Teespring first showed up, just something about it, I thought it had to be super low quality. But it's stuck around and a lot of people use it, so I'm assuming that it's actually good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like we said, we're going to order samples.
We got 30 people. Wow.
Dude, 30?
Yeah.
This might be a new Patreon record. I haven't actually looked at the view counts before, so I'm not sure. Man, I've got so many mosquito bites.
I know. I've been sitting here like scratching my arms under the screen.
Yeah, it's like literally.
Because it's like, oh man.
You find new ones constantly too.
Yeah.
And then you like scratch it and it gets worse. Like these I scratch the crap out of.
I always say that when we are filming or when we're on the trip, you're like, you notice like here and there like the few mosquito bites, but then the minute you're sitting on that car ride home or you're just not doing anything, you just start like involuntarily scratching. You're like, oh my god, I've got bites all over. Yeah, it was, man. So the first day we knew there was gonna be rain. Right. And then it was supposed to be rain for the first 2 days, but we couldn't really do anything because we were flying Thomas out. This is the only weekend we can do it. It's a really long drive, so we had to just go with it. Mm-hmm. Lucked out on the first day, no rain, and then on the second day, well, you'll just have to wait till the episode. But is that a mechanical keyboard? Yes. Oh, Logitech. I love Logitech stuff. I got one of their mice. Yeah. Really not to go on too much of a tangent, but Logitech makes decent quality stuff.
Dude, Logitech's like they're on point now. Like back in the day, I kind of thought they were cheap, but now they're really good. Yeah. Let me try. Give me something I can type real quick. No, in the chat. I'll just on the chat. Test in the chat. Yes.
Oh, you're in the. Okay. Ready?
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. So. Okay. So Matt Moore said, "Do you guys think that bug sprays work?" Yes, they do, but I kind of have. Like I'm pretty sure you're the same way. Like I don't want to spray a lot of bug spray on me. Yeah. So for me personally, I tend to wear long sleeve shirts and pants and like maybe a bandana or whatever to just try and keep like bugs off as much as me as possible. But I mean, in the end, it's unavoidable. Like if you go into a heavy mosquito area, they're gonna get you. Because we stop all the time.
Well, I actually need to do like some actual experimentation because I only ever use bug spray when you guys offer it to me. Right. You say, "Do you want some bug spray?" and it's already out. I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll use it." But I've never actually like really properly sprayed it and then checked to see if it would actually work.
See, you know how when you put sunscreen on and you just kind of like for a long time you just feel gross?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about bug spray because I'm already out there and I'm sweating and I feel gross and I
just
don't want to spray on another layer of chemicals. Yeah. So I'm just like, I'll just deal with it. Like I've always dealt with it.
Yeah. To mosquitoes, like, I don't like scratching all the time, and I don't like the itchiness. But unless they're carrying the Zika virus or some other horrible virus, I don't mind that much.
Right.
But like ticks, If we're in tick areas, then I'm willing to just spray the crap. I'd rather have chemicals than Lyme disease.
Definitely.
So Jason, yeah, it is pretty great. We're sitting at 799 patrons. Thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
We were actually just at 800 earlier today, and we lost one. But 799 is still nothing to scoff at. That's great.
Thomas Vorn Heater says he's looking forward to buy some merch. You know, yes, we're selling the merch and we make money off of it, but like I'm actually excited to be able to finally get this stuff out to them because like it's cool. Like I want to own it myself, you know, just because I think first of all I think the designs are cool and I think it's kind of cool. Like if people would be like, hey, that's neat. What is that supposed to be?
Yeah.
And you guys have asked us for so much that like.
It's about time.
It's about time. So I'm really excited to be able to get this to you guys, or all of us, not just me. Bad when you can't figure out if it's poison ivy or bug bites. I've never actually had a reaction to poison ivy in a long time.
Oh, it's bad, man.
Yeah.
Like every time I think I can just tough it out. Same with chiggers. Chiggers and poison ivy are like, oh, it's nothing. And then once you're actually living in the post-exposure hell, it's like I would rather cut off my arm than go through it again. No, that's not true.
Do you use permethrin on your clothes to stop ticks?
We need to do that sometime.
Yeah, we talked to some people when we were at Shawnee.
Yeah.
And they talked about how they treated their clothes with permethrin. And I actually have like a tick repellent shirt that is treated in permethrin.
I mean, it's supposed to really work. The thing is, I have still yet to ever get a tick bite that I know of. And I have checked before. But even like I was with Alex and Daryl, we went to this prairie in Minnesota. Alex got like 2 or 3 ticks on him. He found 2 or 3 ticks on him, and I didn't see any. So, but it's also possible that he's just such a big guy that his head was like all rubbing in the leaves, and like his arms were like he doesn't have like a narrow enough, you know. He's like 6'6" or something. So
the bug nets for your head are $1.50 at Walmart. If you watch I think it's Algonquin. I think I have brought it with me.
Oh,
and there's a scene where I'm sitting on the chair with it on my face, and it looks ridiculous.
While we were at this trip, I saw a girl walk out of the bathroom, literally wearing a whole, like, from her waist to the hat, just a net. It was really weird.
Honestly, that, like, if you were going for pure comfort and, like, didn't have to like film and stop all the time, I would probably do that.
You'd probably just walk around in a beekeeper suit. So Al Cavalier, welcome, and PTH, welcome. He says, try Picardian. I know it's Picardian base, but it looked like Picard.
That's ironic. Effective and doesn't harm gear.
Okay, we'll look into that because black pepper, that'd be. I mean, anything natural you can use, that's really good.
Oh, and Josh Zweizig just said picaridin-based lotions too.
Oh, okay.
So I've never actually heard of that one.
Oh, so permethrin's only used on gear.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Marie Fisher says stop itching.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Put your hands like up here and just like don't move. Any thoughts on doing West Coast Trail on Vancouver Island? They did
I've never heard of
it. Very tough hike, but definitely worth it. Yes.
Victoria Island.
Sounds familiar.
I just heard about that the other day. Maybe that's a different one. I've never heard of West Coast Trail on Vancouver Island before.
Let's look it up.
See, using ibuprofen and antihistamine to treat the inflammation in the bite, like that's a great idea, but I usually just tough it out.
Yeah,
I try to Flanders it as best I can. Let it scratch.
Like there's usually 1 or 2 that I end up scratching a little too much, but like the majority of them, you know, like they don't.
Wow, that looks amazing.
Yeah, whoa, that's really cool.
Scroll down. See if there's more pictures. In fact, just go back and hit images. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like a legit ladder.
Wow, there's a ladder.
Whoa, that's cool.
There's a dude doing a handstand. Another ladder. Ferry? What on earth is that? Go visit that and see what. Cable car crossing. Huh. 70 miles long? 4 kilometers maybe?
Man, can you fathom doing a 70-mile Adventure Archives trip?
No,
I think
I'm not sure
each other
possible. Well, I don't think we would be able to do it in our traditional style. We'd have to do it more of a run and gun.
Right.
Because you can't stop and get walking shots all the time.
It would just be so practical. Some people use ibuprofen.
That's so interesting. Okay, so you do a trail fee plus an additional fee for the 2 ferry rides. So there's ferry rides that you have to do.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's on an island. Okay, I was thinking of those cable car things.
Oh, okay.
But how do you do the cable cars? Anyway, that's worth looking into.
That is really cool. Yeah. Bourbon to treat it.
Vinegar and baking soda. Speaking of baking soda, well, let's ask the chat.
Yeah.
Do you guys have? There's 38 people watching, man.
Yeah. Why are you guys? Why is the 38 people wasting their time watching us today?
I know, that's weird, dude. I didn't know the Patreon chats had that many people.
So yeah, speaking of baking soda.
So we're gonna do a top 5 hacks video.
Yeah.
Don't get worried and think that we're gonna start doing a bunch of top 5 videos and stuff. This is strictly to get subscribers because I know people will click on that video. Top 5 camping hacks.
We don't want any of those like silly hacks that are like, oh, you know,
use
buy
glasses for
like I was like looking at things and they're like, oh, buy this when you're in the I was like, no, that's not a hack. That's just trying to spot some merch.
I'll see that, I guess. So we're gonna do a top 5 hacks video. We have 5 hacks that we actually use that we think are really good. But if you guys have any suggestions, please let us know.
We think it'd be cool that if you guys had any cool, good hacks that you want to share with us and with other people, we'll definitely credit you in the video.
Yeah, we'll actually put a little title at the bottom that says "Thanks to viewer."
Right. Because I mean, as we've always said, you know, we're not like super expert hikers. There's always plenty of things for us to learn.
Yeah, but I think that would be a video that would get some people to click. And also, but anyways, the reason I mention that is because baking soda is going to be one of them.
Right.
Guys, baking soda as deodorant is a miracle. Like, I'm the only one who uses it, but it is a miracle. Like, every morning you just splash some baking soda here and there. It's self-cleaning, and you have no odor. Like, literally, at the end of the trip, I went like this and this. And not only did it not smell bad, it smelled good. It smelled like nice fabric. Okay, I think we missed some. Because there's a Tim. I don't remember there being any Tims here. Tim Lawson, welcome.
What's up, Tim? There's people are giving a lot of like home remedies for mosquito bites. My friend just got one of those suction things for bites.
I have no idea what.
I feel like that would just make you want to itch it more. Like,
is that like the acupuncture? They
I don't know.
They put the fire in it, you know. The lemon eucalyptus for bugs. I had some bug spray that was like lemon eucalyptus based. Did nothing.
Not to mention, we were in.
But I mean, I'm not saying that lemon eucalyptus doesn't work. I'm saying the one I had did not work. And welcome, Dave.
But not to mention, we were also in bear country, and I kind of am hesitant to spray lemon eucalyptus on me.
You don't want a bear coming to lick you. Hans, welcome.
All right, Smush is look into it next time. Oh, I thought he said something about Japan for something.
He's talking about the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
He gave a rundown of it right above that.
Oh, yeah, because we were just looking at that. I kill to be here for these streams. What?
Well, you didn't have to kill anybody, so go back. Glad you didn't have to kill anyone.
Using a Nalgene 32-ounce bottle to hold a first aid kit is my tip. Interesting.
Nalgene 32.
So why a Nalgene though? Like what difference does that make compared to like using like a regular pack? Because like I could see using like it could be an emergency container. That'd be a good idea. Yeah.
Oh, 5-day trip to North Manitou. We really want to go back there.
Yeah.
Maybe South Manitou instead, but North Manitou would be fine too.
Yeah.
That was one of. In fact, that's still one of my favorite trips ever. Just like the novelty of riding a ferry to where you're going to go backpacking, and just if you miss that ferry on the way back and you're just like sunk for the next day, it's so exciting. Like waiting in that big. I think now if we did it, we'd be able to better capture the feeling of waiting in that huge plane. We just have like no music and just like the wind.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was so much fun, dude. Oh, baking soda for toothpaste. That's great. We can add that to the. Let's write that down. I need a pen, paper, something. There we go. I found Sharpie. Now we just need that dividend paper. That'll work. I'll just pick up these. Yeah. Okay, so Beth Black says.
I think it might be because of Nalgene's. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, see anything that's like a double use. That's an extra good hack.
Yeah.
So like, the other one is like the unisock. It's a hat and a feet warmer. So baking soda is a double. Baking soda, toothpaste.
Nalgene is an emergency water bottle. Yeah, I figured that was probably the case. Like at the very least, you can like you can empty the first aid kit content out into your bag, and then like have the Nalgene as like an extra water bottle if you really need extra water.
Thomas84 and Jacob McClyman, welcome as well.
Tim Lawson says, I took my brother-in-law on his first backcountry camping trip Friday. He brought 2 frozen steaks in his pack, and I told him we were eating like AA. That is very true.
Yeah.
Bringing frozen steaks is something I would definitely do if it was like feasible for us.
Yeah, yeah.
And certain.
We might have a Wild Andrew joining us if that's him who's coming downstairs.
Yeah.
Salt and
I will
baking
go
soda.
check.
Okay.
I'll let you continue the stream here really quick.
Was the salt for taste, Tim? Or was that also a cleaning agent? Oh man! We got Andrew here. We can take this thing off. Oh, here's my shorts. How do you end up here?
I like how you just half parked your car out there. Hear ye.
So Beth Black recommended baking soda also for toothpaste, not just for deodorant.
Yeah.
Oh.
Didn't you guys carry like a Dutch oven with a glass jar or something?
Well, I mean, we definitely had a glass jar of sauerkraut, but I don't know about a Dutch oven.
Yeah.
So one of the other ideas we had, which is apparently a somewhat well-known idea, or a pretty well-known idea, is to line your pack with like a heavy garbage bag or plastic bag to provide additional waterproofing. And honestly, that's something that I need to remember to do, because actually on our last trip,
that every time.
my stuff got a little moist, even with the rain cover.
We could just run through all the hacks. So we got baking soda for deodorant.
Right.
Unisock for hat and feet warmth.
Oh, I have the list, I guess.
The one you just said, trash can
The trash
liner.
bag liner in the backpack.
I keep forgetting them.
There's a
What were them like? Putting dehydrated meals in a plastic bag. So like keep one of the containers for actually cooking, and the rest put in your plastic bags. It saves on so much space.
Because you can, like, get the air out, right?
Yeah, yeah.
there's a bag right there.
Whoa!
It's like
What is that?
Ooh. No, don't let it. Take it outside.
It's my little buddy.
We had more, but anyway.
But yeah, so.
Oh, Joshua, so he knew what I was talking about, yeah. Because I did that on the Timberline trip. And I got that tip from an REI dude.
Yeah.
I was at the REI, and I was buying a bunch of dehydrated meals. I was like, oh, you know what you could do? You could put those in plastic bags, fit it in your bear container. Because I was buying a bear container at the same time, which actually wasn't for a bear, it was for rodents. But, contractor bag. Oh.
So I think contractor bags are probably just like a
heavier
duty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely want to use some like high duty. You don't want like the cheap white plastic bag. It just rips so easily.
Yeah. Rubber band once saved my camp shoes when the sandal strap broke.
Jeremy Cox just said in general, one hack he discovered is a few extra trash bags can be really useful.
You can sit on them when they're wet. I think we've done that before, actually. Yeah.
Actually,
Daryl Anderson, welcome.
First time I took a survival class, I slept on top of trash bags filled with hay.
Oh, really?
Under my tarp, yeah.
Oh, man. Didn't we do that with leaves one time? Oh, that was at High Banks. We just put a bunch of leaves in trash bags.
We should legit do that sometime. That'd actually be kind of cool.
Can you scroll up a bit? There was something we missed. A plastic bottle cap hack. What was that?
Oh, yeah, plastic bottle cap.
Oh, there you go. You put the seasoning with the separator.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, yeah. Do you get your phone still? Write that one
Put
down.
the seasoning in the separator.
Remember he did like 2 bottle caps?
Oh, that,
with
yeah,
the hole? One for salt, one for...
Shannon Glenn, welcome
Wait,
to
so
the
was
stream.
someone saying something that we did?
We were just asking for suggestions. Yeah. Jeremy Cox. No, Jeremy Cox. Who was it? I'm losing track of this. Oh, Thomas84. Yeah, I've read that you can like rub like candle wax on zippers, and it just makes them easier to zip, like smoother to zip.
Huh. And waterproofing?
I guess waterproofing, yeah. Because like I guess the wax can like fill in the little cracks.
Mm.
Jonathan's in Yosemite.
Carbonated beverages on the trail hack. bring in a carbonated beverage.
That works better in the winter. I wonder if
Yeah,
there's like,
it does work better.
is there a way to keep things refrigerated?
Oh, okay. So yeah, Jonathan Mulberry says that he did a lot of elevation in Yosemite and crushed us. Yeah, elevation is crushing, dude. And I don't care what anybody says. Going downhill is easier. If your knees still are semi-okay, it's physically just less demanding.
Yeah.
Like, going uphill is so much more demanding.
For me specifically, like you guys are really fast when you go downhill because you can still take big strides. For me, when I go downhill, like if I'm getting tired, I have to like take like smaller steps, but it's still easier than going uphill.
Yeah.
Like uphill's just so physically
It's so
exhausting.
cardiovascular dependent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daryl Anderson says, "What would you say is the #1 most important piece of gear for you personally?"
I always go with water filter just because that's the most important.
Yeah.
But then also your tent and your backpack and your sleeping bag.
There's a lot of like, I mean, because there's a lot of essentials. So, like, would you say most important piece of gear, excluding the essentials?
Yeah, let's do excluding the essentials. What's your most important piece of gear?
Because I recently went through like my 5 survival essentials. But
what would be the one you would take if you lost all the others in a river? You'd be like, whew, I'm glad I didn't lose that one.
either like a lighter or a knife.
Okay.
Just
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper, yeah, that's true. You guys are going to make my answer sound dumb. Mine sounds so like... mine would probably... mine would probably be like a sleeping mat because for me, like, getting a good night's sleep is really important.
I gotta show this. Sorry, this is extreme ADD going on right now, but over this drawer, I think I got Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze soundtrack. Is this the one with Go Ninja, Go Ninja, Go, Go?
No, that's the first one, which is also in here somewhere.
I want to
It's
watch
got Vanilla
movies.
Ice Ninja Rap, though. Go Ninja is from the 3rd one, I guess?
So most important non-essential.
Well, you have more soundtracks?
I think I had the original Ninja Turtles in here too somewhere.
Go Ninja's not from the first movie.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, that's from the second one. I'm thinking of the Ninja Rap or the
this
credits.
Ninja Rap is on here.
Yeah.
If that's
That's Go Ninja.
Okay. Sorry.
Is sleeping bag essential?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say
so.
it's fairly.
Maybe in the
essential.
summer it's not, but
Yeah.
in the winter it certainly is.
Jonathan Mulberry says way too much food, which sounds crazy, but way overpacked. Yeah, I mean that's so easy to do is to just overpack. Like I still think we do that with food sometimes. Like I mean we brought way more food than we did. And we ended up not bringing a lot of it.
There was a product from Jeremy Cox that he mentioned. Can you scroll up? He said it's not a hack, but it's a good product. Thermarest Z Seat. Okay.
Actually, one thing I was thinking of was
you can use it for more random things than I can fit. Okay, sorry.
One hack I was thinking of was I've always wanted to do it, but I never did it. I don't know why. But like I had these pieces of foam that I've cut out to sit on before, and I was thinking like, what if I like had some straps that were just dangling off the bottom of my pack, so when I sit down, I just go and I can just sit right on that foam.
That would be great, especially for the
Especially for, like,
winter
cold weather.
when it's wet.
Yeah.
Actually, Les Stroud had something like that one time for the winter.
Attached to his pack?
I think just attached to his belt or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. And I mean, like, little sitting pads are products that are made.
Dude, you could just attach 2 pieces of foam to your butt cheeks. You know?
You can have, like, little inserts.
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, put foam in there.
Okay, but Daryl gave an example. For example, mine would be good socks. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for
Speaking of which,
non-essential,
we should get some of those darn tough socks.
Yeah, you guys gotta get on that darn tough.
Actually, a towel is pretty nice when it's wet. Because, like, just being able to clean your hands off, like, the slight bit of moisture.
That's a great point, yeah.
Because when your hands are slightly moist, everything sticks to them. And it's so cumbersome.
Actually, when I did the Timberline video, I brought some soap just to wash my hands at the campsite. That can... Oh! Well, I just saw something else. But that can increase your comfort quite a bit just to have clean hands again.
Yeah, that's true.
Show his comment.
Who's?
Oh.
And killing blood prosthetic. I started bringing fingernail clippers. Because hangnails get super annoying.
Yeah.
I was telling Andrew that
Yeah.
we need to
I need to start
get
doing
a good small one and put that in our first aid kit.
Yeah. Sure, my head's gonna be cut off, but I just don't want to.
Okay. You want to sit here? We can pull that thing out.
Oh, that.
Maybe that's not
That's that autumn. Give me that autumn fire.
It's not very stable, so be careful.
Yeah, I remember this. This is old.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Amy B's here. Welcome,
Joshua made a good point about the bear canister. Like, that would almost be a good hack, except for it's way too obvious to use your bear canister as a seat.
Like they literally tell you on the bear canister, right?
It can also be used as a seat.
You can use it as a drum to summon the drum gods.
We did that.
Yeah, we did.
There's a video of that. Man, I should post that as a behind-the-scenes video at some point.
Yo, it's the green machine gonna rock the town without being seen. Ninja rap.
Oh, that was one of the lyrics? Yeah, I'm
pretty sure,
that a long time.
Like mud flaps. Yeah, like mud flaps. Like that just dangles right over your butt.
Yep.
That's actually like, so I have like this weird issue sometimes with not wanting to sit directly on the ground just because I don't want to get
I mean,
a
that's
bunch of
pretty
extra
reasonable.
dirt. Yeah, I know. I guess it's because I wear like thinner material than you
Yeah.
usually.
I also just am a glutton for punishment.
I used to collect pretty rocks in my pack. Didn't take me long to figure out that was stupid.
Mm.
I mean, it depends like on how long your hike is. I've definitely carried a few heavy rocks because I thought they were cool. Yeah, man, somebody got the zoomies. All right. Jeremy Cox says another random hack I recently discovered. Well, you just gave her your seat, so. Another recent hack I recently discovered, if you have a regular style hammock, not like Bryan's, and you aren't sleeping in it, you can leave it hanging and use it as gear storage
That's
for
a
the
pretty
night.
good idea.
That's true, yeah.
So one thing we discovered at the Adirondacks is apparently bears there are smart enough that the blue canisters aren't good enough to keep them out. They just figured out how to get in, which is weird. Like, you'd think any bear would be able to figure that out, but the black, you have to specifically use the black ones with the key on.
Wait, so is it that they can smash them or that they can unscrew them?
Well, the picture I saw had a hole in it, so I think it's just they're not strong enough.
The ones we had were heavy, and they definitely seemed like really heavy duty.
Yeah.
So, plus, like, I guess, well, it's not worth going into. We'll just trust what they say.
We've weighed our packs many times, and they're always around 30 to 35 pounds.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to get that lower unless we got lighter backpacks.
Lighter backpacks, and if we
about
actually invested a significant amount of money into, like, summer gear
Summer
and
gear
stuff like
too,
that.
yeah, instead of having 0-degree bags and stuff. Because my pack is 6 pounds, so that's already a significant amount, so you'd have to lower that quite a bit.
Matt says, are bears really likely to get into bear hangs? I hear they can, not sure how common it is. I mean, I think it's like probably not that common. It's just when it does happen, it's, one, it sucks for you, but two, it means the bear gets more used to human food.
Yeah, it's just really bad for
Yeah.
them to get used to. But, I mean, we've had 35 trips now. Like 35 episodes, not even trips. I mean, but that's the majority of the trips we've done. No bear encounters.
Yeah.
The only time, you were the only person who's encountered a bear, and that wasn't with us.
Yeah. And that was like on the trail. That wasn't like because of food or like they didn't come to the campsite or anything. Yeah.
And we've seen bears before, but that's like driving in Yosemite and there's a bunch of cars stopped. And not Yosemite, Yellowstone.
And we've never even seen evidence of a bear like, tampering with our bear canisters or anything like that. So.
Dude, do you guys remember Shenandoah? So our first backpacking trip ever. We're sleeping in the tents. We know that you're supposed to hang your food and stuff. We're like, okay, bears. And I heard stuff rummaging around in the morning, and I was just like, I was so tired, and I was just like, I'm for sure some bear got into all our food, ate all of our food. And then finally I looked, and there's just a bunch of deer. But I remember thinking for hours. Like,
oh, really? You looked at night?
State. Huh?
You looked at night?
No, in the morning.
Oh, like deer trails?
No, I saw deer.
Oh, wow.
I saw actual deer. But I was like half awake just thinking about it the whole time. But it turned out not to be a problem at all.
Actually, the only time wildlife has gotten to my food was in Dolly Sound's winter, when that little mouse chewed through my little punk mouse.
Oh, someone's talking about using an old medicine bottle for matches in the striker. I used to have something like that, actually.
So Joshua says, one of those canvas shopping bags for your boots when you winter camp. In the super cold weather, you really need to sleep with your boots in your bag. That's a good idea because you can keep them warm without them getting frozen.
Huh.
Although I've never really felt like the frozen part's that big a deal for me.
I feel like my unisock is enough to keep my feet warm. But I've also never done like super Arctic conditions.
Oh, so he's saying wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I thought
See,
so, right?
I've actually got started into this habit of sleeping barefoot, which has
Even in
been-
the winter?
Yeah,
Oh.
it keeps my feet warm because like when you've got socks on, it's like the heat doesn't transfer between your feet as well, and I've always noticed that being barefoot has been immensely more comfortable.
He's talking like winter.
Yeah.
So, Josh, in
we've
that
done
case, are you
winter
talking?
camping?
But are you talking about like actual winter boots too? Like up in the Arctic, you have to wear not just normal hiking boots, but like winter boots. Because that I could see.
Guys, we got 46 people watching.
That's
What is
crazy,
going on?
dude. So this is your mouse?
Yeah.
I can't even find. There it is.
Wait, Andrew Lannick says they can literally unscrew them. It was a female bear that learned it, and basically taught some other bears how. Whoa.
That's really impressive because I can barely unscrew those things. Like you have to really press on it.
You know, there was a picture of an orangutan hunting fish with a spear recently.
Really?
Because it apparently it wasn't like able to do it very well, but it watched the other humans do it, and it was like mimicking them.
Dude, what if orangutans got the ability to talk and we could talk with
We'll be Planet of the Apes soon.
them? Man, that'd be so much fun and terrifying at the same time.
I don't know if we
Not
said
that we got much
hello,
to
but
worry about.
hello, Jim Bowling. Welcome to the stream.
Oh, that's interesting. So Tim Lawson said that they had the bear conditions have to last an hour with an enclosed bear.
Huh.
Scariest sound you ever heard at night out camping?
Well, when you're lying in a hammock and it's dark, like every sound like makes you go.
Am I a bear burrito?
I think the scariest sound or sounds that I've encountered was I told you this, guys, and we talked about it the morning after. We didn't film it, but I was in the hammock and I guess it was like the winds were blowing really hard, and I was dreaming that a wolf or some sort of big dog had come up and bit me through my head.
Monongahela?
Yeah, and I woke up and I went, ah! And you guys were like, and my hammock was kind of far from you guys, so I just heard you guys from across the way go like, Brian, are you okay?
Yeah, it's always unsettling.
Yeah. The only... Go ahead.
Oh, well, one time I was like, this was back in college, but I was camping in a forest in the middle of a neighborhood, like during spring break. I had like my tarp, and I heard some weird sound. I didn't know if it was like a weird owl or like just some weird AC unit or something, but like it was some sort of unsettling banshee-esque sound.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just being alone made it that much scarier, but I don't know.
The only time I can even remember anything was when we were in Mammoth Cave and we heard that wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we were on a little stream bank, so...
I heard a bunch of coyotes when I was at my survival class recently. It's pretty cool. Wasn't scary though. What's the scariest sound? My ex-wife.
When is the next Campfire Chronicles coming out? We need to do one.
We could just do those online. There's no reason we.
Yeah. Let's plan on doing one.
Okay.
Yeah. Soon.
Just like everything else. They can unscrew them with their bare hands. That's a good one.
I've had raccoons steal my fajita chicken tacos during the night. That was one.
You said that purposely, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember we had raccoons scrambling through our cans at Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, we just left all of our food on the picnic table.
Yeah.
That was real stupid.
And then we were all like, uh-oh, what is that? Anyway, why are we scared? We're in Hocking Hills, so we both...
Okay, so Josh said both. Both wearing the boots and just sleeping with them to keep them from freezing.
Yeah.
So
Here, I'll
so is
give
he
this
saying?
back to you. Okay.
So is he saying you put your boots in a canvas bag before you
He
sleep?
says if they freeze, they won't get a chance to dry, and you can end up with trench foot. Dang.
Ow, Ellie. See, I can't do this because Ellie's gonna claw at me. I'll do it this way.
All right, she claw. Oh, because she wants your arm in.
Yeah. Fish or cat? Worst sound you can sounds like a woman screaming. Oh yeah, remember the sound of the fox screaming? We didn't actually hear that, but I've heard that before on YouTube. That would be frightening to
That's
hear.
what's so funny about that fox song. What does the fox say? Because that sound that he makes apparently is close to what the fox actually does.
I think this varies from person to person, But for me, sleeping with less clothes is warmer than wearing a ton of layers because your body heats your bag faster and more effectively. See, that's what I've begun to think now, is that if I'm wearing like a lot of layers, then it's heating up like if I'm wearing like my down jacket, it's heating up my down jacket, but then effectively it's not heating up the air that's like permeating through my sleeping bag.
See, I mean, I tested on the Timberline, but I'm probably not a good.
Robbie's just cold.
I'm not a good consensus for the population.
Well, so insulation is like dead airspace, because the more dead airspace there is, the less circulation of air there is to transfer the heat away. So it's like the smaller the cells in something, that's why down things have multiple layers instead of just one big thing, because that creates more cells for less circulation. So I'm wondering, like, maybe if you got naked but kept all your clothes inside the bag.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, well,
I'm not gonna try that anytime soon. I don't know though. I still feel like wearing clothes is like still better for me.
I mean, I encourage everybody to try it themselves, because I literally tried it and it was night and day.
The canvas bag is to protect your sleeping bag. Oh, okay. I see now. So you keep your boots in your bag, and you put the boots in the canvas bag to keep them warm while you sleep, but without like getting mud and okay. See, for me, I've always thought about that, but it's just like how like I have so little space in my sleeping bag already. Like I feel like it'd be really uncomfortable to have it in there because there's not enough room to put it like to the side of me. So it'd either be on top of me or under me, and I shift around a lot when I sleep.
Yeah.
Jonathan says, saw a huge female black bear on Yosemite Creek on our first night. Actually looked more brown, ran off as soon as she caught wind of us. That's really cool.
I keep batteries in my cell phone in the sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter, because cold weather, like if you put it in the pockets of the tent,
It's dead.
by morning, that battery is like almost dead.
I put them in my unisock sometimes.
Actually, one life hack or camping hack that my mom told me, and I've had other people tell me, was that you bring those little hand warmer things, but then you put them like in your socks, or you put them down by your feet when you sleep. If your feet tend to get cold.
Yeah. You could have a whole little hot tent thing.
Yeah.
You know, this is something I want to do for winter camping, but there's like these tents they sell that are like big, like teepee style tents, and they sell these little candle holders.
That's literally what Jeremy just said. Sorry.
Oh, really?
I want to acknowledge that. So.
Some guy I met named Scott, or was it Steve? But anyway, he had these little like candle holders, and that'd be so cool to just be in a big tent together in winter.
Then we can bring candles for our tents. You know, we gotta think more about aesthetics. You know what I mean? Like when we met up with Bob, he had like Christmas lights strung up above his hammock. That was so cool, and it was like so inviting and like Animal Crossing, you know?
Yeah.
But
we could still do that idea where we each pack parts of like a 4-person tent.
Yeah.
And then we could like line the inside with like the lights and stuff.
You know, if we do a canoe episode next episode, that's what we should do.
Yeah.
Because a big tent like that would be just easy to put in the canoe. And then we bring candles and have a pentagram. Do some seances or something.
Daryl Anderson asks, when you went camping in the winter, did you do anything to help increase warmth in your tent, i.e. did those foil sheets work? So we were actually talking about this on the car ride home, if it was considered a camping hack or like a good idea to put in the video. But the problem is
it's inconclusive.
Yeah, we don't have a basis of comparison.
Yeah, you would need to do like...
We need like to have 2 tents set up, one with the foil, one without, and then like have thermometers. Because you could say, I felt more comfortable, but maybe it just wasn't as cold.
It would have to work though, especially if you got enough and you just like literally lined the sides of your tent.
The concept makes sense.
It's reflecting the heat.
Yeah, Dave Dingleberry, not Dave Dingleberry.
Cody
Lundeen. He, that's what we call Dave Canterbury. It's in a nice way.
We just have nicknames.
Cody Lundeen, there's an episode where Dave Canterbury is like, no, I'm not doing that, and blah, blah, blah. And then he's got like a...
So, it was like a plastic sheet in front with the fire outside.
Yeah, and the rock, like, there's a rock, plastic sheet, and a fire.
And a Mylar blanket on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So the heat is going into the plastic sheet, reflecting off and creating a greenhouse.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
He didn't have like a legit shelter, he just was kind of like sleeping out in the open?
Yeah, they were just, just dual survival.
Oh, of course, yeah. No, just doing that
dual survival.
Yeah, they were survivaling, and then, there was 2 of them.
That's so dumb.
Survivaling needs to be the verb.
Have you shown them this?
Tim Lawson, no. Thomas
No.
is not out of the country, but he is still in Texas.
So this is a...
Your dad gave it.
Yeah, my dad gave me one too. It's like this... I actually use it all the time. It's very useful. It's like a mini hammer. It's got this thing. What do you call these?
Like a vice grip type thing.
Yeah, you know. And then it's got pliers.
I wouldn't take it camping with me, but it is
No, it's
useful for...
way too heavy.
Yeah.
It's useful for
Saw.
household.
If you ever, for some reason, need to pound nails while you're camping, then you're probably doing something wrong.
Although they had designated campsites where we went, and there was a bathroom,
Oh, then the door.
and the door hinges fell off.
And I had to use it after both the door completely fell off. I walked up and was like, what should I do? Should I just prop the door on the side and just poop completely in the open?
Well,
Well, I leaned it against it.
it was funny because I went there in the morning. It was fine. I used it. Then I went back later, and there was a dude who was finagling with the door, and I was like, the door broke? Yeah, the top hinge broke. And then I went back, and then I told him, I was like, yeah, the top hinge
Yeah, I was like,
broke.
how is it? And he was like,
And you opened it, and it
it
broke.
just fell off immediately. I was like, well,
The bottom hinge is broken now, too.
Yeah. Just find a bear to snuggle with in the winter. That seems like a bad idea.
Oh, has anyone extra tried putting boiling water in it? Now, did you guys already mention that one?
oh, I've
No,
heard that.
but I've read about that.
Like having
Putting it in your bag?
hot rocks too are a thing.
Oh, hot rocks. Okay.
I've never tried that, and
That's gotta be good, dude.
yeah,
I mean, that's like the classic water bag thing, you know,
yeah.
when people are sick and stuff, or in the winter. What's using your backpack as a headboard? What does that mean?
I guess kind of like. So I guess if you're like trying to lean against something, you like put your backpack up behind you or something. Kind of like to kind of prop yourself. I mean, I always do that. Like if we sit down and take a break, I always try to like lean against my backpack.
So Read Rare Outdoors, that would be way more an Andrew thing to do for me to do that. Me going barefoot is. Yeah,
I can just see
don't have
that
the
ending
toughness
so
for
badly. Like we'll get like 3 miles in, and
Yeah.
he'll cut his foot, and we'll be like, well, "Guys, we gotta hike back
Plus,
up now."
Cody Lundeen, he wears socks.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I guess he doesn't always wear socks. He only wore socks like one episode because it was like for some reason.
And Andrew went through a phase where he tried to really condition his feet for being barefoot outside, and that was kind of annoying. It was just like, stop tracking dirt inside the house.
So Big Bend, that was actually where we were going to go this weekend. And Thomas was like, yo, Texas is too hot. We'll all be miserable. Let's just do something.
I would
up north."
literally have shriveled up and disappeared.
So, so Big Bend, we want to do that at some point, but not probably in this weather.
Next time, just share a sleeping bag. Actually, I mean, none of us have any qualms about like sharing a sleeping bag. If that was like a thing, like if you could get like a 3-person sleeping
Dude,
bag,
Yeah.
it probably would be effective. Very
Or if you
effectively
could do a
warm.
Voltron sleeping bag where
Yeah.
it's 4 sleeping bags, but you just daisy chain them together with
Yeah.
the zippers.
Yeah.
Have one big one. Man, that'd be super fun.
Put the backpack at the head of your sleeping pad, and it'll work like a headboard and hold up your pillow in place. Okay, I see what you mean. See, that's actually one of the reasons why I like having a larger tent, is because I like to, if I have the option, I like putting my backpack in my tent.
We don't have the Robby design done yet. Is there a Thomas design done?
There's a Thomas design, we just don't have it.
What is it?
I can't really describe it. I know there's like a little winding trail, and like I think there's like a tent there, and
Well,
like some
what's
mountains in
the-
the background.
What's the philosophy behind it? What was the idea behind it?
Mountains.
Oh, mountains. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas
well,
does. love mountains.
like so the ones that you saw today were the ones that me and Andrew kind of brainstormed together, so they kind of have like a common design. And Thomas worked on his by himself, so his has kind of like a different artistic feel to it. But he definitely like had this. It was just kind of like a hiking theme, but he included mountains, and you know, mountains is definitely Thomas's thing. So.
Yeah. Thomas actually said recently that he can't imagine himself living in Ohio now because after having lived in California, he can't see himself without mountains.
He could just go out to the Adirondacks. He'd have plenty of mountains out there.
I mean, it's not close.
Do you guys feel that way though?
No, where I live doesn't matter as much to me. because I like we travel so much anyway. I feel like I get my fill of different locations.
I just learning about plants and stuff has really made me appreciate Ohio's landscape way more. Because you just don't get the same biodiversity.
Perry Coat says, I will be going to Grayson Highlands early next month. I was happy to see that you guys were so excited about your trip there. Do you have any tips to share about going there? So next month is August. You should probably have really good weather, at least temperature-wise. Some tips I would say is...
I've heard the ponies are kleptomaniacs.
Yeah. I've heard the ponies can be...
We didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah. But there is like the campsites in the scales. Like you're literally camping next to ponies, so it's possible they could get into your food or something like that. Yeah.
So you could actually camp in that little fenced-off area. That's
I guess so.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, really, it's like a perfect trip. Really, only maybe it's kind of muddy.
Yeah.
So make sure you're prepared for muddiness.
What's that Aaron Jones comment?
And there's lots of poop on the trail too. No, Thomas cleans up in every trip. That had nothing to do with Nicole.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand why you might think that, but, like, literally, we get to the trailhead, it's only Thomas is gone. You know, what happened to Thomas? And then Thomas suddenly comes out of a bathroom out of nowhere, and he's, like, dressed immaculately. He's got his sunglasses on. And you smell, like, this faint hint of, like, nice-smelling cologne or something.
Meanwhile, I
not
still
actually
haven't
on cologne, but I'm just kidding.
Perry Coat, to finish answering your question, though, I would just say I don't think there's any real tips to share. Just enjoy the trip, man. It was a great hike.
So re-ray outdoors. It's weird. I've never had poison ivy issues ever. Actually, I don't think I'm.
You might not be sensitive to it.
Yeah.
But I don't have any of this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
We made that video about it. And that
But
was
while we
because
were
I had it on
Oh,
my knee.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
To keep a pillow in place, slide a T-shirt over the pillow and your sleeping pad. That's a good idea, because that's actually something that bothers me.
That's a good hack right there, boy. Who said that?
Tim Lawson. Because sometimes what I do is I'll try and tuck my pillow into like the little mummy head part of the sarcophagus bag.
Wait, I wasn't listening.
Well, sometimes what I'll try and do is I'll like tuck the pillow into like the little part that normally goes on your head. But like it still shifts around because, like I said, I move a lot when I sleep. That's a really good idea.
Yeah. There's
all right. Thank you, Tim Lawson, for that one.
Right. Someone wrote a really funny comment about where was that? We go up a little. Oh no. Melissa Poole said, "I thought about putting a 2-person tent inside an 8-person tent to stay warm."
that would actually work, yeah.
Right? Because you're essentially creating like a giant pocket of air.
Pocket of air. I honestly, like, you could probably do that, like, with a 2-person and a 4-person or 4-person tent.
I mean, my tent would probably fit inside of your tent. It's like so small. So adding Mike from the episode, we'd love to do that, but we don't even have his contact information, and he's never contacted us since we did the episode, so we don't even know if he's seen it or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, he
hopefully
probably
he
just
has
seen it. Yeah.
That would be cool.
If Google's facial algorithms, like facial recognition algorithm, is good enough and he has a Google account, I bet you it's going to find its way to his recommended.
Hopefully he'll find it.
I mean,
who knows?
Here's what I will say. Location-based, it does work. Because I met the normies because one of my videos was recommended to him. And he saw that I was at the studio, and he's like, I've been there before. So wait, is this guy in Indianapolis? So they do location-based recommendations.
Okay. Now listening to you guys while hiking at my local park, kind of Inception. That is very, like, getting the full immersion. Anybody have a hack for sleeping bag to stay on pad all night?
I've never had that problem.
People have said, like, put your sleeping pad in your bag. Oh, I think that would be a little tight for me, but I could see it being done, especially, like, during, like, maybe not super cold weather. You could, like, inflate it a little less.
What if anyone's done, like, Velcro or something?
Does that happen to you guys? Do you roll off your sleeping bag?
Well,
sleeping pad?
I've never really.
So the new sleeping pad that I bought, I got an extra wide one specifically for that.
Oh.
Because not to mention, like, my shoulders are wide, so, like, I don't like on my old one, if I had, like, my shoulder entirely on one side, like, my other shoulder was kind of falling off already. So.
Yeah, I wish I had a better answer. But
is there an East Coast meeting in the future? We should talk about that.
Anybody played the new Borderlands 2 DLC? Yes, I did. It was good. I only played through the main storyline. I haven't done it.
Why? So they made DLC specifically for that to promote Borderlands 3, but that game's been out for like 5 years.
Yeah,
that's really
interesting.
Yeah. Jeremy Cox said I was mostly joking, but he seemed like a really cool dude. Yeah, Mike was super chill.
Yeah,
he just like rolled with everything.
I was a little concerned for him when he came to our site that night because
he was super chilly too.
Yeah, like I was like, because I had been monitoring you get signal out there from time to time in Grayson. I had been monitoring the weather at certain points in our trip. I knew that night was going to get down to freezing.
I felt so bad for him because I was laying right next to him and like he finally started snoring. And I was like, oh thank God, but it's probably not going to last.
Yeah.
And I just could hear him shivering and like I knew exactly what he was going through, but like we had already given him as much insulation as we could spare.
Yeah. Like I didn't have anything else I could spare to him. Otherwise I would have.
But he was like so cool about filming and.
Yeah, that's funny because
he just was like, okay, good.
Yeah,
he was like,
sure, I'll go on.
Things. Like, oh, we need an epic shot of us walking up here.
He didn't even question it.
Yeah.
He just like started. He was like, okay, you were like, now stop, guys, and he'd stop and he'd be like, all right, go, and he'd just go. Like he didn't be like, dude, what the heck am I doing? I'm just leaving you guys behind.
Yeah, you just kind of roll.
I hope he finds it. That'd be so fun.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Using
more good
quotes.
stuff I found. Just some tags for the PSV.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And oh, look at this. Oh, two good ones here. Check this out. We got the Link's Awakening DX and Link's Awakening, the original.
Wow. Which is apt because it's being re-released.
Yeah, wow. Well, you got some treasures in here. Treasure!
I'm going to have to talk to everybody about the New York trip I took.
Placing a quilt with straps around the
like
pad
that.
works to prevent slippage.
That's
what I thought about, yeah. Go ahead.
It has been an hour, and we do want to record the commentary for Grayson tonight. So, any final questions or stuff, get those in. We'll probably end in the next 5-10 minutes. Sound good?
Sounds good. Yeah. Use the hood of your bag to hold your pillow in place. See, that's what I did. Wear a warm beanie to make up for not cinching the hood around your head. Actually, that's pretty much my go-to in the winter. Is I wear like a hat and then I tuck my pillow into the little hood bag, sleeping bag hood.
Best or favorite old school arcade machine?
Arcade machine?
It was that top-down driving game.
Oh, with the 3 wheels?
Yeah, it had like 4 wheels, and it was just like little monster trucks, and you had to buy nitros and upgrades between the levels. I played that so much.
I've played one at arcades, and I don't know how old it is, but it's like a Star Wars one where you're like.
Is it the vector graphics?
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Okay,
that one is so it controls so smoothly. It's unbelievable.
Also, any of those classic ones where you press the pedal to like take cover and then you
Time
shoot
Crisis.
Time Crisis, right?
For me, it's probably X-Men arcade.
Oh, really?
Maybe Simpsons arcade.
I'm surprised you didn't say like Turtles in Time or something.
Turtles in Time, I didn't play that at the arcade that much. I played more on Super Nintendo, but the 6-player X-Men arcade. But every time you go to the arcade back in the day, it was just like you hear Colossus going.
Wait,
sit up. Josh Dweizig just said, "Someone get Andrew a pair of Wiimotes." What if we? What if we hooked up the Wii and like just put Wii boxing on? Would Andrew just be like master?
I don't think you would translate.
Like the character on screen would be like wing chunging all over the place.
We got survival bracelet. I think this is from Raven Rook.
Yeah. Good old Raven Rook.
Probably from Raven Rook.
I'm gonna put this away.
Super off-road racing. That might be what it is.
Yeah. Smash TV. Smash TV is a classic too. Although we played that on the SNES.
NES. Right?
Was it NES? No, Smash TV was SNES. Super Smash TV, at least.
Oh, okay.
You can get those motion capture sensors and put them on Andrew so you can create a Ninja Turtle.
Don't know where we're going for our next trip. We rarely know that.
What if we did an entire Halloween episode in costume?
That would be great, dude.
That would
Bryan looked at us like, no. I'm going as Bryan from Adventure Archives.
I am like, no, I like wear like a, I just wear like a belt and a knife. I'm like, I'm Andrew from Adventure Archives.
Oh, we probably shouldn't spoil that, but there's some idea we have about that.
Oh, just that one idea that we've always had?
That we've always had every time. One day. Okay, so Yeah, that was good. So congratulations, everybody.
We had a lot of viewers today, so everyone, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for joining.
If you could do that live stream Halloween in a local park acting like you're deep in the woods.
We should use green screen. We should do a green screen at some point. That would be really
be funny.
A cybernetic organism.
The video could be called "The Truth About." That could be our "Truth About Adventure Archives" video. The title's just "The Truth About Adventure Archives." It's us like surprised in front of the green screen, and then we just like green screen footage from our trips.
All right.
Cool. Okay.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great night.
Yeah,
Thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you sometime.
Go rewatch Grayson Highlands and tell your grandmother about it.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Cool. See you guys.